Then, starting in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco and Rosh are here. Saku's being a very busy bee, so unfortunately he won't be able to join us. And we are continuing Ace Attorney investigations.
Hello. You get the least charismatic one of the two. Oh god, it's been so long. I can't wait to see Edgeworth's wee face.
Yes. Can't wait to see someone dramatically falling in slow-mo.
No, of course.
March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight I-390, lower deck, cargo hold. Miss Meal. Miss Meal.
Huh?
Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa.
Huh?
You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa.
Oh?
Miss Camille!
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did.
No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Emile.
But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well, Miss Meal. If you please, tell us about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Shwee. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self.
How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
There's a comment to be made there, let's not.
Miss Meal, wake up!
I'm awake.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use?
Do you want me to repeat?
Oh yeah, I probably should. Sorry. If I remember correctly, food was being served in the first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
eating, and then having a most delicious dream.
You mean you are neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping's part of their job too, you know. Oh, yeah. What the hell are you gonna press right here? I can't wait.
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Mm.
Ah! What did you want me for, Sam? Oh, what did I miss?
A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead.
Really? Sorry about that.
You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped in their head to say hi.
Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi.
Ooh.
Ooh, why? What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Nah, it's not the point of the
Nah.
game.
Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m.
Oh boy, it's time to look through the evidence I've not seen in 2 weeks! Photo,
Da, da.
cookie, statue that's fake.
Here we go. I think it's here. Oh, no, it's not.
Uh-oh.
Miss.
I like that when Francesca's there, it actually looks like you're losing health because she's hitting you. Oh, did you say something?
Finally awake, are we?
What do you mean? I've been waiting the whole time.
Oh, you're gonna make me yawn for real?
I nearly did myself. Oh, it's alright if you were sleeping, pal.
Pay no mind to the scruffy detective beside you and wake up.
Me at my sleep paralysis demon. Yeah! Hurry up and wake up, Miss Meal.
Enough with the clowning around. This is my show, and I will resolve the contradictions as I see fit.
At least he's aware. Okay.
Wait, now first we gotta press, and then...
Fast forward. Let's see. Mr. Abbey Hicks was in his sea when he took off at 5. Bloody clock was found inside. Soiled by blood. Timestamp says around. Yeah, I think that must be it, sure.
Yeah, this is it.
Check the other one? No.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mia.
Uh, a receipt for what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I might direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero.
Yes. Uh, why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness, so that we may straighten out your complex lie.
Mm.
Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct?
Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Mio there at that time?
No.
So, Miss Mio, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Mio!
Huh? The bathroom.
Robots can't go to the bathroom! I'll be the one to
Sure.
ask the questions here.
He's going to know I'm not a real robot. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Look, I know you're suspecting me 'cause I'm one of the crew. But you think then that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of this conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. God, that was such a gay man's answer. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda's actually kinda. I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Yeah, I read her line all wrong before Miss Rhoda interjected, sorry. Look, I know you're suspecting me 'cause I'm one of the crew.
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
But say I wasn't an attendant, you wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
But you'd think then that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too.
She is already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten?
Oh, yeah, guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, a killer?
Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know.
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
Um, I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count!
Oh, but I spend so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borgonian. She is the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borgonian. Borgnian. just clip that in, Coco. No, don't. I know how much work that is.
She's fluent in Virginian. And I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borjonian.
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with bouillabaisse.
Very interesting. He speaks Bologna.
You ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
While Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a Sutton defense lawyer.
It's not nice to bring up a man's failings, okay? And Phoenix is very much Edward's failing.
But I do not honestly believe that Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight.
Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, well, all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some boogle stuff.
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Bergreikian stuff?
I do stuff like translate things from and into Benedict Cumberbatch. Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands Benedict Cumberbatch, Mr. Edgeworth.
I feel sorry for her. Miss Meal, I take it then that it is your job to process all the Benedict Cumberbatch paperwork.
Yeah, see, I totally pull my weight around here.
So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work and... Miss Mio, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus.
There you go, pushing everything onto her again.
I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept. Huh?
The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head.
Oh, lighter up, Edgeworth! Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. What about is it
Let's look at the evidence.
cookie, wallet with juice on it,
Dinner.
dead man. Sorry, I'm still laughing about dinner. Bed sheets. Oh, she loves to sleep. It would have been the bed sheets. Sweet shop. Do we have any Borgonian, documents? Document in Borgnian.
Okay. Probably that. So maybe...
That, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that would be it.
Sometimes it's just so super obvious to me, and then other times it's just like,
Yeah.
this is really... What?
I mean, it doesn't help that, you know, it's so long in between when we do these sessions.
Yeah. The shit idiot brain fungus takes a long time to root, and when it does not leave. I think we got it.
Yes, the music stopped.
Oh,
So, you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian. Is that correct?
yeah. I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you, that's very rude!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it.
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded on the plane properly. So, sorry about that.
Seems that she finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have had a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring.
Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things in the plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. This?
Taken out of its display case in the in-flight shop after the turbulence. Maybe it's been so long, I can't remember like the sort of early details, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think it's either this
The piggy bank or the suitcase.
Yeah, like the piggy bank. I think it might be because that was what we
Early,
originally thought
yeah.
was the murder weapon, and that could only be in the whatchamacallit, the shop.
The flight shop, which she's got the key to. Yeah.
Yeah, but the same goes for the suitcase, and that's where it was originally found.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got a lot of health, quote unquote, left. Will we try the piggy bank first, then try the suitcase?
Okay.
I have a feeling if we played this all in one shot, or maybe like two shots, this would be not as dumb for us to be swithering over, but alas, real life gets in the way.
That's not it.
Ah. Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, as you can plainly see, I'm wide awake.
Then I'm afraid you failed. You were making so little of sense that I thought maybe you were asleep. Sorry, I had to shake my screen there.
Talk about a Dr. Sleepy Mrs. High-Desk transformation.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, that was very bad.
As a piece of Scottish literature, I am deeply insulted. I'm not the Scottish literature Jekyll and Hyde is.
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and has tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!